Hi and welcome to the Property Show. This week we're in Laikipia County, the county with a spectacular backdrop of the snow-capped Mount Kenya, the oasis of opportunities. Today's lineup highlights an in-depth coverage of this attractive destination for holidaymakers as well as property developers. The accessory spot is all about potted plants for every space. Sit back and let's get started on this thrilling tour of Laikipia County. As always, there is something for everyone. Let's have a look.
When I got married, we started thinking hard with my wife. How do we get ourselves settled? How do we solve ourselves, get ourselves off problems? And we started saving. It didn't work. We were off employment, both of us. We went into rice business. It didn't work. We were making 200 shillings, every weekend. That was food. It was just difficult. We went into issues of now finding ourselves. We didn't have even fare to go to town, living in Wangige, and we couldn't afford to get to town. Another challenge. That hit me so hard. I met somebody who was reading a book, actually my brother, and he gave me a book called Cash Flow Quadrant, written by Robert Kiyosaki, and that book just transformed my mind. And that's when I got hit. Get a prime property and work on it, see how you can get financials, do a building, have a system that will be giving you money. And I got on it seriously. The next job I got in, all I did was take loans. And I would take loans from my bank is Standard Chartered, and I would take loans from Standard Chartered. And I started from 500,000, and I would just take loans and buy land, loan, land. And we had a policy with my friends who I call Freakov, and what we were telling each other is that chukua loan as long as you don't eat mandazi. As long as you buy property, you're good. And I took that statement serious, and I went in and took loans and bought land. It got to a point we decided now we need to consolidate. We had all this land, we have no money. Salary comes in, goes into paying our loans, and we felt the only way to hit ourselves on is now to consolidate everything and see how all this can give us money. And the big question was, if today I left employment, where will I get this income? Now that moved us to now deciding we actually have to get to consolidate our property, move into one, and do our house. But as we think about doing a house, we say, do we really need to do just our house? So we have a house, and then here the employer comes in and say, Tuni, you know what? You have to go. So what happens? Do we sell our house, or what do we do? And that's when we got in and said, no, let's go in and do an apartment. But inside the apartment, we do our 4-bedroom house. After doing the drawings, we went to look for funds. Before going to look for funds, we first did the first floor, ground floor, and everything was out. We sold all the plots. Some assets I had, I sold. And then we went to the bank, and I remember I went to one of the bank to get a loan, and they said they would give me a loan, and it took quite some time to get the loan, and there were all these procedures that we went through, which were very positive and they were very encouraging. But unfortunately, they came in and said, we can only give you 10 million. And we looked at each other and we said, okay, what will 10 million do? Will it give us what we need? And we realized, no, we will be cash strapped, which is actually a problem that most people get into when they're getting into investment. So we decided, no, we will not take this loan. So we actually told the bank, I'm sorry, thank you for the 10 million. That will not be enough, because we wanted like 16 million to actually do the apartment and finish in consolidating our assets and everything. The bank guy looked at us and said, what do you mean? You're turning down 10 million? I said, well, I think where we are headed, we are very clear, and we want to get exactly there. And so, with who we are and with our positive mind and focusing right, we decided, fine, let's go out, check out another bank. We went to another bank. They were very kind to us. We discussed, we worked out everything. At that point, I tell you, it's good to be, sometimes to be positive and trust God. At that time, the rate was actually very high because the rates were going almost 23. If young people can actually pick it up when you get employed, get into investment into property, or you get into investment into get into a mortgage system as a way to earn income and use it to pay the loan if you take a loan, or at the same time take that property that you buy and in the course of time consolidate and do a line of income earning projects that will change your life.